to return a Blues team again? Frank Gore, high reward, a higher risk player.
Will the lockout affect the season?
I believe the Hardcore Ninjas are poised for a playoff berth.
Beer and Hot Wing, Fantasy Roundup.
Yeah, so we're just going to do again like we did last week, just going through these, giving our thoughts on each game and who we think the winner's going to be.
Brandon, probably on his side of the video, will show you where we're at so far in the first 2 weeks on picks, who's winning and who's not.
Yeah, not feeling so hot about that one, but first game we're going to start off with, we got Epic Noob and doing Brand's sister.
You know, when I stared at these teams, they're really closely projected. I'm going to err on the side of what I probably should have done last week, and I'm going to go with Noob again for the win. Sorry, Mikey. I think you're going to be 0-3.
Yeah, you know what's sad is, I mean, I knew Mike was going to start 0-3, but I never thought Brandy would start 3-0.
Yeah,
and
that's pretty surprising.
It is, and she's going to put up big numbers again this week. I'm amazed. I don't even like your team that much, but I just don't like them personally. It's not that they're bad fantasy players. You got the replacements. I don't get it. But yeah, Epic Noob for the win.
Next one, we've got Smokers Cokers and Uno. Another good matchup. Both teams 1-1 coming into today. I like Uno in this one. He's got a pretty stacked team. I like it.
Yeah, stacked like his mom. Yeah, I got Uno on this one too. In fact, ESPN's basically got a big line of check marks on Uno's side. Now, do I think it's going to be closer than that? Probably. I don't think it's going to be this, as high scoring as it
Still
says.
a lot of high projections.
Yeah, until these projections go down, I really don't think they're going to be this high. But Uno's got a good team, and as much as I don't want to pick Uno to win.
Tank does too. I just think when you compare them, you got to feel bad about it going in.
Yeah, I mean, the way Uno's team's been putting up points, he's probably going to ride it out until it shuts down, and I don't think it's going to be this week. Mm-hmm. So, on to our next game, Fortune Frogs and Kazoo Docs. On this one, I'm looking at the projections, and I see that Lou is just supposed to dominate. And again, it's supposed to be high scoring, and surprisingly, if Arian Foster, he's not looking like he's going to be healthy, and he's already on the bench.
He doesn't look like he's going to play. From what I'm hearing is he's going to be resting this week.
Until he's 100%, they're apparently going to rest him, because Tate's doing fine in backup.
Yep.
So, I actually have Kazoo Docs taking this one home. I think Lou is over-projected right now, and my sister's not managing her team, really. I mean, at least she replaced Colson.
Yeah, she's doing her people around.
She's doing her thing like she always does, and I think she's going to beat Lou, and Lou's going to get his first loss in a while.
I agree. This actually, when I was looking at him, I'm like, it's kind of an upset. And I really like the way her team looks in this. Phillip Rivers is playing Kansas City. You couldn't ask for anything better, right, Brandon? I mean, look at what Stafford did. So you got to say he's going to have a shit ton of points coming his way. So sorry, Lou, this week I think you're going down. If you had Foster, I would have leaned your way, but even if he was 80%, I might have questioned it.
I totally agree on that one.
Next up, Hardcore Ninjas against the Reds Retards. Right now, I'll tell you, I'm picking Brandon's team to win. But when I look at Reds' team, he's got a bunch of guys coming back, wide receivers that he's been pretty weak on. He's pretty good on running backs. His wide receivers are banged up. If everybody plays the way they're supposed to, it would be a lot closer than what you think. But Brandon's right now, he's riding the Lions slappy train, and as long as they keep doing good, he'll be just fine. But if they have a bad game, Brandon's going to have a bad day.
Yeah, I don't think the Lions are going to have a bad game. But that's probably part of the Lions fan in me saying that, But, yeah, I got Ninjas winning this one pretty easily, really. I mean, it's still the Peyton Manning thing. Rhett has a great keeper for next year, but your team's going to be struggling this year. And unfortunately, regardless of, I really feel like Brandon could put up a lot of points. Do I think, its projections are right? They very well could be. Do I think Rhett's are? Probably not. I don't see Rhett breaking 100. I don't see... Brandon will probably get maybe 1 teens most, I would say, but I think it's an easy win for Ninjas. All right. Our fifth matchup, we have Hoosier Daddy, and we got the Willis. This game right here is quite interesting. We got some pretty high projections again, and I got Willis taking this one home. It's a great game.
Yes, my game of the week.
And mine as well. Like, I had a hard time picking this one. Like, I went back and forth with players. And what it came down to for me, Joe, is Turner's bound to have a bad game eventually where he does his, he's either big or small. Hit or miss, and he's going to be missed. I mean, he's not going to put up huge numbers.
Well, I don't think so either, but I think Tate has a real good shot of putting up more than what he's even projected.
That's true.
Especially if what they're saying Foster's going to be out. He is the man. Derek Ward's already banged up, so...
Quoted from the Hoosier Daddy manager, Steve Walters himself, my wide receivers suck.
They do.
I had the privilege of talking to Steve earlier via text message. Thanks, Mr. Walters, for participating in our interview, by the way. And that's exactly what he told me. Whether he said it was okay for me to say this on video, I don't know. But he's hurting at wide receiver and he knows it. So I think that's going to be the downfall of him, and Willis is going to take this one home, which is good for us.
Yeah.
Because that kind of...
It keeps it all close a little bit.
Yeah, because, after I beat you, then, it'll make us all within one game.
We're not there yet. I like Willis, too. I really like his team. I like Steve's, too. I'm starting to love everybody's team. There's not a team I absolutely hate and say it's a dog team.
I have a team I absolutely hate. Mike. Oh, wait. You don't know which Mike I'm talking about yet. Or do you? I'm sorry, brother Mike. Your team, I hate it, and I don't think I'll like it at all. So it'll take a lot. You need to make some adjustments, man. That brings us to our final game.
Our final game, the Samoans versus Team and this is my trash game of the week.
Oh God, I stink too. It's disgusting, Joe.
It's weak sauce.
Taste it. Taste it. Oh, it's in my mouth. It's giving me cotton mouth. Yeah, seriously. Did I think by week 3 I would be sitting here with Joe Nye and saying our team are the trashy teams in this league? Hell no, I did not.
What a turnaround week 2 gave for us. I mean, rough.
Reality check. I feel bad, worse for you. I mean, my team's just not putting up points. Your team just broke.
They're dying. Their arms are falling off.
Yeah. Jamal Charles.
Yep.
Stupid first down marker. There goes him for the season.
I saw that in person, and I got the worst stomachache ever.
Yeah. Miles Austin did a fantastic job with 30.
He blew a nut.
And then at the end, he's like, "My hammy hurts."
Yeah, he said, and I quote, "It feels like someone took a machete to it." But he's still, by Jerry Jones, not ruled out for Monday.
Yeah, well, Jerry Jones is a billionaire, and he can say whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, that's exactly it, too.
But again, I'm not going to say we're as bad as Mike's team, but
I am rebuilding. I've made a couple trades and even waiver acquisitions, acquiring guys who have put up good numbers and a couple guys who have a huge upside. And I mean, I traded D-Jax away for 2 guys that do have a huge, huge upside, but I don't think it's going to be this week. This week is not the upside week.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I am. Like, I'm looking at shopping out just about anybody except for my first and second round draft, which would be CJ and Shady. So quit trying to send me trades, Brandon. So yeah, I don't like Michael Vick that much.
Oh, Michael Vick's on the block. Oh,
it's questionable, but yeah, I'm gonna pick myself to win this one. And it's honestly, I was really thinking if Miles Austin was healthy, I might have picked against myself. Honestly, I still think this is gonna be a very close, trashy game. But I just feel like you have too many injuries, and I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna win.
I have a lot of injuries, and by principle, I want to pick Curtis, but I have to pick me. You stand by your team. You stand by your
One
gun.
more pick him, I get closer to Joe.
That doesn't do for one more pick him, you get farther away. Then you'll really cry when you say, I can't believe I just watched this guy. He doesn't have half his team.
I don't think my guys will shit the bed that bad. I mean, my shitting the bed was still a high 90-point outing. And
Me too.
And Felix Jones busted his shoulder. Yeah, that's true.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, but now you don't have Miles Austin. You had Miles Austin for that.
Listen, Curtis, you're 0-2. You're my friend. You're drowning in a pool, and I'm the guy that's grabbing the water hose and stuffing it down your throat. Okay? I'm not giving up. All right? I'm going to rise to this motherfucking challenge and do my best to compete on every level.
And I'm going to do my best to when he's trying to rise up, I'm going to be standing above him and dropping my nuts on his forehead because I'm going to beat him this week. So that's all that matters.
So next week's video, after I win, you will see one of us teabagging the other with clothes on.
Yeah, that's a possibility. You want
We'll
friendly
do that.
bet? Friendly bet?
Yeah.
Friendly bet.
We'll lay a head down in the opening video, teabagging.
Winner gets to teabag the loser with clothes on.
On video.
On video.
For you to see.
For you to see, and we might have to blur it out, though, and make sure you're 18 or older.
Maybe. But we're leaving clothes on, so we might not have to.
Yeah, that's possible.
Unless someone sticks out their tongues.
This isn't Japan, where we don't have to worry about blurring out penetration and stuff, right?
Correct.
Who's talking about penetration? You sick homo.
You were.
Anyway, we're on a tangent.
Alright.
You guys, stay classy, Detroit.
Good luck this week, everybody. Have fun, no matter what. Have fun while you're watching the games, watching your teams. Don't be afraid to text and say good job or fuck you or whatever to me during the matchups. He's got to work, so I get to enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get a lot of texts at work. Oh, speaking of that, I just want to congratulate myself. You now have to refer to me as Dr. Curtis Starr because I am now a licensed pharmacist.
But you were already a doctor.
Yeah, that's true, but now I'm licensed in a state, so it's more legit. And
No, you were already a doctor.
Yeah, because I graduated from PharmD, but
This is just like your condo. It's not really your condo. It's Adrian's condo until you get married.
I doubled the amount I make per hour, and I have more responsibility and liability.
But you're still a doctor.
Yeah. So
He makes a lot more money now. That's the only difference.
Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
All right, Brand, finish her off.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
First half over and things looking good. DMC ran like a freight train should. Gates breaking out like no other could. There's no way we'll be beat on. Ninjas taking it home this season.
So, Joe and Curtis had some really nice analysis, and I liked a lot of their picks. I disagreed with a couple of them, but here we go. New versus doing. Mikey, I'm sorry, but you're going to lose here. I think your team looks a lot better now than I thought they were prior to the season. I think you have some potential to get some wins throughout. I think you woke up finally last week, or your players did. And so, you won't lose every week, but I don't see you winning here. Props to you, Brandy, by the way. I mean, I haven't shown you enough respect. You're doing a really good job, especially second-year fantasy football player. Next up, we got Cokers and Uno. This is an intriguing matchup for me, and I'm going to have to pick Uno here. I think his team's really actually quite well, too. And respect to you as well, Uno. We'll move on from there. I take Uno there, obviously. The Fortune Frogs and Kazoo Doc. Curtis and Joe both went with Kazoo Doc here. And I'm kind of baffled because I see it going the otother way. I see the Frogs winning 3-0. I hope you win, sis. I hope you can get yourself to, get that first victory, and I hope that, we can knock Lou down a notch so that I can tie up the standings. But I'll be rooting for you, but I'm going to have to pick against you. Next up, we got me and the Reds Retards. Well, I'm actually going to pick myself here. Is that a surprise? No, it's fucking not. We're fucking hardcore. We're so fucking hardcore. We're crazy, okay? So, anyway, taking on my team. Sorry, Rhett, you lose again. Anyway, moving on, we got Hoosier and Willis. This is a good matchup. Joe and Curtis are right. This is the fucking game of the week. This is the biggest, best matchup of the week against two power players in that division. And I think the two strongest teams in that division now. That's right, you guys heard it, Joe and Curtis. I know you don't probably agree with that, but you should. Okay? The two strongest teams in your division are not either of you. Right now, anyway. Good luck on making some moves and stuff to make it different. Anyways, between this matchup, I'm going to roll with them and go with Willis. But I think it's a tight game. And, hey, I think Hoosier could pull it off. I had them ranked pretty highly preseason on my individual poll. So, yeah, the only one that did. Next up, we got, what's this, the Samoans? Oh, yeah, that's right, I remember them. And Team Off. Okay, you guys. This is my trash match of the week, too. And I'm not going to make all kinds of... Fine, you guys make the noise then. I'm not going to make the noise. So you got the Samoans and Team Off. Joe, your team broke a leg last week. And everyone on is gimping around. You're going to have some problems. Like you think. I don't think that you had... What the trade you made is going to help you right now. It might help you down the road. It might end up being better for you than him, or vice versa. No one can tell. I think it was fairly even. Anyhow, I am taking the Samoans here. That's right, brother. Taking you for the first time this year. Showing you a little bit of love. And it's not only because Joe's team's no good this week. It's because your team actually looks like they have some pretty favorable matchups, and you should score decently again. Anyhow, so here we go. That's that. Oh, let's roll the fucking standings. Oh, I wonder who's leading.
Ninja.